I just love hitting the wrong tab. Oh, to where it's still black instead of this lovely Tiny Trilogy screen. Anyway, on topic, welcome to welcome back to another Ace Attorney stream. If we finish this one, I will be going back to Fire Emblem Free Houses and do my Magic Units run. So, without further ado, we're doing Farewell My Turnabout Trial Part 2 of the trial. March 22nd. Ooh, it's called. Which I like. 2:14 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Dude, I can't believe that. Adrian, no way. Not Cole, no way. Not Cole collected Adrian Andrews. She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the nephews at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sipping like a lug the entire time. You should have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your Hakama. Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered John Cordia. But why? I thought she was blood withdrawn. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see it by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Get me a verdict that's refreshing like the spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lion Dude? Phoenix? You think her motive is related to Seth's Impact's missing suicide note, right? Yes. The Sanders depended on Miss Impact as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. Sounds like she left the suicide note, and the person thought to have hidden it is Ron Cordia, the victim of this murder. And that's why I think Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Cordia. All to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible, but one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? But I said Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impact. Oh no. You're not thinking Edgeworth threw us a bone, right? It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of the ship. Don't let your guard down yet. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls to the witness supported by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. John Cordia's room. What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Engard. Ah, sir. Now then. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Oh, yes, sure. What is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. I would like to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. Oh, no, I have no idea what you mean. I've never heard of Gossip Land. You didn't ever a prosecution witness? He do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Cordia. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and John, but it was a private matter between John and myself. So was a fry and bait matter, or was a bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. I think there's someone who would beg to differ. She knows? I think we all understand your relation with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well then, witness. Please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to John's room, and there was his dead body. I was in shock. But I saw, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to say, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Why a glass of juice? You poured yourself a glass of juice? Yes, sadly, I don't remember not touch it. I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you can cross-examine the witness. Phoenix? She's one coin-collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of girl who's easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? Yeah, that makes sense. No. What? I'm worried that might cost me, but we'll save. I'm impressed. And why did you do that? As a friendly gesture, John was to make a guest appearance with the other heroes. It was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? This seems like a trap. Alright, I'll press further. Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon, what are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started getting close to him, correct? So perhaps you have a more personal matter to discuss with the victim? So, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. Shoot. Can't you talk about a strong piece of evidence, I guess? Well, we'll continue now. Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? Yeah. Yeah. Juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling too regret, so I set the glass down without drinking it. This sounds like saying growing contradiction or testimony just now. Why are that you would not crack so easily? The only way to make her is to keep the on-fest and not let out. We're gonna catch her with some very strong decisive evidence. Oh, for Maya's sake, I know. Maybe I should, you know what? Here, I'm just gonna press on everything. Oh, what was Mr. Engel doing at that time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his main performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. Engel just said he was taking a nap. But I guess you could say he could not have been taking a nap in his room. No, yes? Excuse me? What are you? What? I thought you as a school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. You cannot make a sensible sentence with the subject, then I will make one for you. Watch! Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Engel's nap from his room? No, that's not. I'm sorry. The costume. Subject, verb, object, right. Did you skip basic grammars? Witness may continue. What? I'm so confused by what's going on. Like, what is this noise? Like, what? Huh? I forgot I had sound alerts enabled. Anyway. The witness may continue. Yeah, I already pressed her on that. In shock. No. No, wait. No, dang it. I keep hitting the... Right. L, there we go. You're in shock. What? Was I not supposed to be? Sandra was very calculating person, and despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Cordia. Anyone randomly stumble upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't suspect that a young girl with her would not be shocked. Somehow, I didn't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. Edgeworth, I thought you were above this sort of propaganda or whatever. I see. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When did you discover the dead body of John? When you discovered the dead body of John Cordia, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? On some days I made one character mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Yeah, we're pressing! Miss Andrews? I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime scene photo? This mess of glass shards? So it doesn't look like it was a struggle then. It was originally on top of the dresser. When I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell on to the guitar case. But why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry, I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people were simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Press that, I guess? This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too? Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then, what did you do next, witness? Yeah, we're gonna press that. What kind of flower vase was it? It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try and take John's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser, and that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. That's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality. So that sounds like there are any contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. I mean, to be fair, we found out that she's the reason as for why the vase broke. Keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're going to catch her is some very strong decisive evidence. To find something, I just have to, for Maya's sake. I know. I'm gonna do it. Okay, hang on. Wait, hang on. I'm not sure. Dang it. I don't know why I did that. Sure if this has only on the, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, no, I think I'm supposed to press it there. Yeah. You testify that you knocked the flower vase over, is this correct? Yes. Are you sure it fell into the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what's so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, then the case should have gone wet on the inside, not the outside. That's very true. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. What is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remnants of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what's wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case. What's your point, Wright? The case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yes, that's right. She didn't imply that she didn't touch. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be. However, I think the guitar does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? Seems like there was no tape related to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? Make her testify! It's irrelevant! Why not? And the guitar case, I believe, is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone will reach for straws like this. But it is you, right? Can't believe I'm doing this either. Alright, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. It's my only lead, I'm going with it. Yes, Your Honor. I didn't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. Not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for how I opened the case, even I don't know. It looks like this really wasn't very important. First of all, it's such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using otherwise to change the topic, a convenience skip for a weak man. First, I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. Hang on. I need to double check some info with the guitar case. I guess if she opened it when it was wet, her fingerprints wouldn't just stayed. Is this when we present the evidence? I'm proud up for that first. Was it because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? Yes, that's probably it. I don't get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. I want to make her talk with evidence. I guess I should give it a try. Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her right now. I wasn't planning on letting up, but she's at Enriquez now, so this is our chance. Yeah, if he had a weapon to hit her with. I'm sure a weapon is hidden somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found. Suicide report, right? I'm assuming this is where we bring it up, but I'm going to attempt to bring it up. We're going to bring up the report. Nope, okay. Nope, that contradicts. We're gonna mute. Wait, load. Don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. What do... Let's check the crime thing. Nope, that's the map. I want crime scene photo. There we are. Something is off. What? Press. So you open the guitar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Why did you open the guitar case? Huh? The guitar case that was right in front of you, wasn't it? I wouldn't think that the first place you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case. That's the witness several times, but she found the dead body. She was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the Wright guitar was alright or not. Thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the Wright guitar? But getting back on topic. Was it really empty? I was just wondering about when you opened the case. The guitar was still inside. How long have you been a loyal Mr. Wright to have a little professionalism? The Wright guitar was found in the studio. These trials will be over half the time if you would just pay attention. Look, it's been a week, okay? Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright. Sorry. Let's see. Present. I don't know. I don't know what to press. Objection! Oh, it disappeared. I was right. There's no way you're the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. because the only fingerprints on this guitar case were those of the victim. Ah. Okay, I wasn't sure if I would get... Or she would be like, oh, well, you know, clearly it was the water. What is it, Miss Andrews? Should assume that I must have left fingerprints just because they touched the case. What do you mean? What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? No, no. Then why did you leave fingerprints on the grass? Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time? It was the night of the awards ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Almost alright. It seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. That's strange. You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time? Yes, I do. I'd like to say hi to my glass. Take that! To my wine glass. I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Ah. Even if you took your gloves off and you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Ah. Her glasses were shattered. Order, order, order! Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. What do you mean? I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here. But it's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty though. But the guitar, the bright red guitar, was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either. I must have thought it would be very natural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case, Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lure us all into his misguided. No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews has testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it was wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I'm sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you were so sure, right? Then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. The bright red guitar not being the only thing. You know which side bright black guitar was. So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty. Is that it, Mr. Wright? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove, right, Edgeworth? Deflate that hat of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside that case at the time of the murder? I'm gonna do this. If it's not it, I will risk another one for the button. But I'm going to put this. It's the only thing I got. A wall or something like that will be inside a guitar case, let alone this one. Well, I must have right. Why? Well, I just thought it might have been possible. Oh no. Oh, so why don't we put that thing in the void where your brain is supposed to be? Yeah, so never bring it out again. No, it's getting brought up. Can't they foolish fool, get some love? Fine. You still think you can prove your theory? Can you prove that the guitar case was not empty at the time of the murder? Don't say so, I don't intend to prove. Proven anything yet? Yeah. What he took? I don't happen to have. No, I don't have that card. It's holding. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and if it's not that, I'm definitely going to backtrack. Because that's getting really close to comfort. Okay, fine. It's not that. Load. Theory came for the guitar. Like I had yours, yeah. Camera? Camera or radio transceiver? Camera. Camera?
Take that!
Nope, okay. Well, on this one, yeah. Okay, okay. Radio transceiver, and if it's not that, we're just gonna go through all the options until I finally find something.
Take that!
No. Okay, you know what? No. Oh shoot, we don't have that. Maybe that? I don't... The knife? I find it interesting that hers it says the same, but anyway. Okay. Knife or the tabloid article. It's the only two things I can think of. Besides this press conference ticket. But I'm leaning towards the knife or the tabloid article. Prove your theory, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Let's go with the tabloid article because it's first. No. Okay, load. Okay, the knife. Nope. Okay. Load. Okay, press conference ticket. Oh my gosh. Ugh. What else could it possibly be? There's no reason why it's the Nickel Samurai. I doubt it's this. Maybe I really am gonna have to go for all the things, because I don't want to look it up. Okay, I'm gonna avoid the autopsy reports. I know it's not that. And the photos. We're going out with the wine glass. And then also the Nickel Samurai thing. If it's not those, I am gonna look at it. This is a photo. Oh my gosh. I got it right after. Totally got it right on the first try. Yes, but what is important is what's on that picture, Your Honor. In this picture, does it take a genius to see what I mean? What I'm proposing is that the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. What? But Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What? I saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume. One same point would there be to doing something like that? One same point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put on to hide her identity so she can make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starting for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get the shot correct. Oh, so that photo also would have worked. You mean this photo? Well, probably not also would have worked, but... Order! It looks like we've wanted to find our mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. That's a bad strategy, Phoenix. That's a real bad strategy. Wait, hang on. Wait, 1 second, Your Honor. The Nichosaurus costume would have been Mr. Matt Engott's. Why would something be in the defendants be in the victim's room inside the guitar case of all places? True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, I'd like to hear your thoughts. What was this nickel samurai doing inside this case? Oh no. Spare costume. I'm gonna save. The samurai did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, this costume we were talking about was a spare one. What? Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were two nickel samurai costumes at the Gateway Hotel? Yes, that's what I'm saying. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose. Oh my gosh. The nickel samurai was gonna make a confession? It wasn't. Is it possible he was gonna dress up as the nickel samurai and make the confession instead? But why? The victim, Mr. Cordell, was the jamming ninja. Why would he secretly bring the nickel samurai spare costume with him? What would be the reason behind such a peculiar act? And therein lies the sticking point. But what are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been around all this time without any sense of inner monologue? Huh? No, Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the nickel samurai's spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the nickel samurai's spare costume to the hotel was... This press conference ticket has got to come in handy. What's this? On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the nickel samurai was going to hold a special press conference. A press conference? Yes. The nickel samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. I heard about this well. For once, you're not making something up, right? But what struck me as strange was that Master Engott himself, they had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. John Cordia himself. The victim? Yes. The spare nickel samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Cordia was going to hold the press conference as the nickel samurai. He was going to dress up as the nickel samurai and hold a press conference, right? But why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference. Nickel Samurai was going to confess to something. By confess, I read sure he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that John Cordia, posed as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt and God. Yes, I guess that's what it would mean. But if that's the case, that's not confession, that's public disclosure. But Miss Andrews, I can see why you're is that what you do? Pardon me? Yes, it's just as you said. The press conference was set up by John. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this. I'm the one he asked to help set it up. A person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me. You? John had to bet everything on the Jam and Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. He was going to ruin him, huh? It looked like somehow John had his hands on a secret so powerful that destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What? The suicide note. Did it have something to do with Matt and God? And do you know what the secret of Mr. Engards is, Miss Andrews? That's something only John knew. I don't know what it is. Oh, I see. I've probably been coming up quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all. Protect Mr. Engard. And yet again, our strange but the two comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior. Yes, Your Honor, I understand. But the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill John no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife, by Matt's manager, so I felt I had to protect him. This does account for everything. Well, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit. The defense can't find no fault in this testimony. If the defense can find no fault in this testimony, I'm ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright. Looks like somehow everything is on the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to pull my weight in this and turn the logic upside down. Gosh dang it. Matt was the murderer. Press that. Did you say that was your intuition speaking to you? Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. Irk. If you want proof that someone did something, you need three things. Three things. A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. If you think these three things real, the answer becomes quite clear. You've already known that, Phoenix. He didn't teach that to us in school, at least not from what I remember. Maybe you fell asleep. Phoenix, go back to law school. May I continue now? I had to kill John no matter what. Why? So you say this need came from the press conference? Yes. Do you know why John chose this event and that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Matt and God. I do know his plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews? Yes, because I'm the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume. But I'm sure Mr. Engard himself didn't know anything about the press conference. Oh, really? Here's showing proof that he didn't know about the press conference. Anyway, the important thing is that this information was not in your testimony. Yes, I agree, Miss Andrews. Please correct your testimony, if you please. That's what stars now, are we, Mr. Wright? I know it was what it was, but I don't have any way to prove I was right. Has that end guard done something to hurt or betraying you personally? Why do you ask? You were the one who helped Mr. Gordia with his press conference. And that event was supposed to bring Mr. Engard down, yet you still helped out. Put on trial, that was Mr. Engard, Mr. Wright. What the witness was thinking, helping the victim, was his plan, is none of your concern. In any case, this means that the defendant had a motive to kill. Why do I keep doing this to myself? But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. Engard was taking a nap in his room? Or tell me that now, that too was a lie so you could cover for Mr. Engard? I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him from the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to where he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy set up on stage at the time. I kept trying, but I find no flaws in what Miss Andrews has said. I cannot say the same for the people in this courtroom, however. The judge is glaring straight at me. He's glaring at you, smart guy. Evidence, of course, the button and the knife, but I'm as manager, so I felt that I protect him. But what you really did, it was stab the guy in the back, didn't you? And at the worst possible time.
Objection!
Who will decide who will stab the guy in the back, as you put it? This witness could have disclosed things about Mr. Engard at any time. Why then would you wait until there was a large audience before doing so? Same reason why Mr. Gordia planned such an elaborate conference. Miss Andrews wanted to cause Miss Engard as much damage as she possibly could. This witness bears ill will towards the defendant. This isn't the Phoenix Wright Wax philosophical power hour. Oh, please, stop slandering the witness. Well, I expected Miss Andrews' testimony to be pretty solid. Really? Because to me, you sound a little wishy-washy. Wishy-washy? Well, I guess we'll see if I can press it a little more. You should know this by now, but you'll still need strong, decisive evidence to make your talk. Got it, Chief. I'm going to pin you down this time, Miss Andrews. Ugh! Professor, oh wait, no, never mind.
Objection!
Yeah, I know. Edgeworth, stop. Yeah, we're gonna press it. You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. Fingerprints on that could very well have been the camera camouflage. Then, what about the button? The button. It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. During the fight, the killer ripped the button from the German ninja's costume. We're talking about this button, correct? That button was found in the police of Matt's Hakama, isn't that correct? I think makes it very decisive evidence. Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright. Judge, whose side are you on? Anyway, enough doesn't prove a thing. Please face your testimony. I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat. The honest me can still look at me. With eyes see stare, yes. Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony. Where is this going? And how do you know that? When the ends of the present button and the costume were matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly, or so I heard. I've heard that before too. Well, I'm Sanders, though this case such a fine detail. Don't look at me like that just because I repaired and you're not. Arg, I thought I had her this time for sure. If there's anything to trip her up on, it has to be here. But where and what? I don't know, Phoenix. Yeah, let's press that. Sure, I think that's the only thing about it. Who would you say? Oh wait, no, I have. Never mind. I have pressed on that, right? Alright, the hurt, why would you ask?
Objection!
I'm stuck. Ugh. I don't know. Ugh. None of this makes sense to me. I can't think of anything to show. Ugh. Farewell, my tournament. I gotta look this up. just saw there's 4 parts to this case. I thought there was only 2 because of this axial thing of, you know. Oh! Aha, I'm stupid. Well, not, you know what I mean. I just can't think. I need to pay attention. I'm really bad at remembering every piece of evidence. This is why I would be bad at being a lawyer.
Objection!
This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. Strangulation? The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died. What does that mean? Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that was ripped off the costume when after the knife was stabbed into the victim. Exactly, which means it's impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. Ah! That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off the victim's already dead body. Order, order! What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this, right? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? What does that change? Let me ask you one simple question, Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve? What purpose? We know now this button was not turned off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this off from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it? But so what? Does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What is it? There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. Engard. There's no way anyone would get a blind button in their own pants. That's right, Mr. Engard was set up by the real killer. The real murderer is worth saving. These 2 saves are just becoming mine. Well, that's a lot. Who in the world is the real killer then? Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point. Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet, not until the very end. The real killer, the person planning to frame Mr. Engard is... It's gotta be profiles.
Take that!
Miss Adrian Andrews, I choose you. You are Mr. Codea's killer. Well, what? Am I getting reprimanded? Order, order, Mr. Wright. This is a battleground mile. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge? Any evidence? Oh shoot. All the evidence points to Miss Andrews. Well, how preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me. I can't, can I? Would you care to test me? Then what about this knife? The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion on Mr. Engard, naturally. The knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him, I know which knife to take, was you. Then, what about the button on Matt's Hakama? This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done that was the person who found his body for the killer. However, if Mr. Engard was the real killer, there's no way he would put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama. The person who could put this button to Engard's Hakama, this person went to wake him up from his nap. Which is you, yet again, Miss Andrews. Oh, I saw. What about the empty guitar case? That's also not a piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known there was just a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepped the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews. No,
Objection!
But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. It was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time. That's what? That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. To avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all off, there is this photo. From the killer as they exited the crime scene. No reports on Earth can believe this Nickel Samurai is Mr. Engard. He'd be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you are also kind of short in stature, are you not? But please, stop. Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? I don't know this time. Miss Andrews, I refuse to testify. What was that? There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me. What? Why has this law never ever been used? Oh wait, no, I guess it was used when Phoenix Wright got framed in the first game. Well, yes, you are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide some way to avoid self-incrimination, but a witness not to testify at the time can cause damage to themselves. What? Pleading the fifth is not something people would think to do. Most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Engard's room, Adrian Andrews? Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed, understood? Alright. Bon karma! That's it. That's when Princess planted this idea into her head. She must have told Mr. Andrews not to testify if things look bad. You did a good job pouring everything up to this point, Phoenix. There's still one thing you haven't done. Something I haven't done? What's wrong, Wright? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence? What's so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proved up to this point is meaningless. What? Everything you have proven is circumstantial. Circumstantial? Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to prove a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Miss Cordelia. I have evidence. Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Cordelia? I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering. But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it'll be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think? Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, I don't even know what crime I'd be guilty of due to my silence. No! She's taking that defiant attitude again! Male, what should we do? Somehow, we've abandoned the worst possible situation. I think we've reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense theory that she is actually the murderer has not been fully sustained with solid definitive proof. Wait! I have something. It's not costly to fill it out. But it's proof. But that's not true. In this situation, there's only one thing this court can do. That's to declare a recess. What? Recess? I request that both the prosecution and defense look further into this matter. Oh! And at tomorrow's trial, tomorrow. We don't have a tomorrow. If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Please wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial? Please continue the trial. What are you sweating for? Your client just gave one more day to live, isn't he? That's not it. This isn't about that. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya... Well, it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is... Edgeworth! Please. It's not possible for this trial to continue. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you... It's true, Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, the type of conversation or something unrelated to what she may be guilty of. She has no right to withhold testimony. Yes, that is very true, but... Actually, there's one little thing I'm curious about. Miss Andrews. When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Yes, and... I can't help but think of how unnatural that is. Usually, when one finds a dead body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. So my actions were unusual, but I've already... Before I speak, I want to state that you have a reason behind your actions. I'd like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. I don't know what is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. I think he just found that your sister is in trouble, Mia, and has decided to switch tactics. Because I spoke the name Maya and then suddenly objected, so... Yeah. Is he a friend or foe? I just don't know. The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please. That glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I went to a room and saw it in that messy state. And John, who since slept over tired looking in the corner, when I saw him stand like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind, to be honest. I thought he just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. But I realized that he was dead. That's when I knocked over the flower vase. Well, at least you're holding on to the I knocked over the flower vase part. So you pour that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony? I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left. I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Everything. We are pressing everything, people. But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right? Of course not. Then who did you pour it for? Mr. Watt, there's a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you just wait a little longer for it to be revealed to you? Yeah. Fine, okay. So it was a mess? Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Cordia? Why? I understand your frustrations in not being able to prove your theory. However, before you go accuse of people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence. And then, what did you see next, witness? John, he was seized with the... Yep, Chris. Slumped over. Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. It really looked like he was sleeping. Yes, Mayor, did that sound a little odd? Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. The knife? I'm sorry. But the knife? People, the knife. Then what did cross your mind? He smashed everything up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix, and then felt tired after his Grand Prix, so he decided to take a nap. Anyways, that's what I thought. I see. So you didn't think he was dead at all? Yeah. How did you come to realize that he was in fact dead? I shook him over, but I never got a response. So I set the guy's down the dresser and tried to take his pulse. I was shot and staggered backward and knocked the flower vase over, so that's what happened. Yes. This is what it all comes down to, huh? This is the absolute end for both sides, and Adrian has let her go down. Phoenix, now's our best chance yet to kill the prosecution's case. Isn't that a bit harsh, Miss Andrews? Will you tell us the truth this time? No, don't hit press. Gotta be the knife. Right? Like, I feel like it's... It's gotta be the knife. I'm thinking it's the knife. Like, you don't notice there's a knife in the dude? I find that a little hard to believe.
Objection!
Nope. Okay, I'm gonna try the other statement before that one with the knife, and if it's not that, it's gotta be something else.
Objection!
Nope, okay. Oh! Okay. Sorry, I was so confused. I was like, it's gotta be something with the knife, and I wasn't sure what I had to press for it, so I wanted to double check. Because, like, I knew it had something to do with that knife. Crime scene photo.
Objection!
There we go. So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body. Ah! What's the meaning of this? It's not obvious, Your Honor. There's a knife sticking straight on Mr. Cordea's chest. I feel like you know. I feel like the knife should have still counted. But whatever. Anyone who saw this scene would immediately thought that there was a dead man. That's, well, you see. I noticing a person will mistake this for someone who fainted, and then nonchalantly go pour something to drink. Your point is, Miss Andrews, the testimony just now is all one giant lie. Ugh. And your eyes proven one the thing very clearly, that you are the real killer. No! It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Engard, is not guilty after all. But that's impossible. You're wrong. But Miss Andrews, try to have some composure. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt, I swear it. He's the one who killed John. But you were the one who refused to testify, and your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself? That's because... Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you? I refuse to testify. Then there's no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Engard's innocence has clearly demonstrated. Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone has it. Now then, I'd like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Engard.
Objection!
What? Your Honor? Prosecution feels that it'd be premature to pass down a verdict that's chilling. Edward, what are you doing? What? The reason is quite simple. The witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth. The absolute real truth? What are you, witness? Don't you understand yet? Huh? I don't know who planted the silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Vanguard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. But that's a lie. I don't believe you. What? I was told if I spoke, then it will be all over, and that would never be declared guilty. What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it? I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's Francisco von Karma, huh? Don't you remember, Phoenix? Andrew lives by gripping tightly into the words of another, because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself. But then right now, Miss Andrews is... Yesterday she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss Von Karma. Don't say a word no matter what happens. If you do, Matt and Gar will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undoubtedly believes in those words right now and is clinging onto them. But then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. Andrews has to be the killer, right? What I have to do now is get our not guilty. That's my only priority. It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill John. Help. Please. Someone help me. What's the right? Yes, Your Honor? The court cannot continue like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? What? I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. Think about who the real mastermind, who is the real mastermind behind this crime. I'm assuming it's the person who kidnapped Maya. Like, there's something. There's some. I'm so confused on why this guy went and kidnapped Maya. I probably would have done it and would have gotten acquitted in the first place. Like, if you really were a friend, never would have needed to do it. Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? Not always, Phoenix. So it could be something won't cry over there, right? Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix, right? We'll find out! That's not guilty verdict. What she says, Miss Andrews is the only person it could be. Not to mention, I don't have a choice. I have to acquit today. Your Honor, the defense believes there's enough evidence to sustain our claim. Therefore, we motion that this court passes a verdict of not guilty as soon as possible. I'm disappointed in you, Wright? What? Okay, well that was the wrong answer. I have to want a complete accurate, so to say. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. Miss Andrews, I'd like to know what you are really hiding. But Mr. Watt, are you sure you know what you're doing? Sure, Mr. Engard would get his acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end? But be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me. That's enough. I'll commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth. You're wrong. What a shame. I'd hope things won't come to this, however. What is that, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to close this to the court. So stop. But Mr. Edgeworth, this witness, how should I put it? She has an illness. What? And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. So stop. Please stop. No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. My God. Okay. Oh, that's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report. All you do now, witness. You know what I'm about to do, don't you? I'll now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews. Secret of dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world. Please stop. I beg you. If people find out, I'll feel going to say I will choose death. That is of no concern to me. Edgeworth, how can you be so cold? However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk, but please, help me. No, nothing matters anymore. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. As I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed John's dead body with a knife and ripped the button off. Just when I finished and returned to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I'm using the nickel samurai costume. So stab the button with the knife. But why would you do that? Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man. What do you mean by all of this? It might take the court a little while to understand, but this is the truth. The real killer is Matt. That scumbag Mag. I'll never forgive him. He'll try to escape his guilt again, just like last time. So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, John Condor, in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt and God for the murder. And this is her crime. What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer? So what? Please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination. So, it seems like my theory about Matt Cordelia being the reason for the suicide note. Sorry, Matt and God being the reason for the suicide note is seeming to be on the correct track. But I thought, when I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. Well, I realized he was dead. That's why I formulated my plan. I'm more curious about this incident. An inconvenience. There's a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway. I'm on to bit my spikes. It was locked. There's also a woman with a ray gun at the right, pacing back and forth. That's Miss Oldbag for you. I'd already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once, so I could very well go and look at myself and get caught again. And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume. That was so you could get the knife, correct? The knife that used it there has fingerprints all over it. I thought if we used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. That was happening with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. Press. I guess that. So you were the one to stab the victim with that knife? I guess you're supposed to think about it now, what a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stepped on its own body, I realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make that look even more suspect. So I ripped one of the buttons off and then planted it in Mr. Engod's cock. Yes, that's what I planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? Yeah. Hey, I need to get this crime scene over. Not right. I need to get this part done. I need to press in all of her statements. Oh my gosh. Okay. What was this plan you had? I knew right away the murderer is Matt. And then because John was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop John and stop him for good. That's what then I thought. I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. So the forged pieces of the evidence were the knife and the button. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife. But you could tell from the state of realism that there must have been a fight. Are you telling me the truth when you say you did not know he was dead? He had a scarf tied around his neck. That scarf was part of the gentleman ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was so tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice. So she's been speaking partial truths. I see. I don't remember if I pressed that. That's not. It gives me goosebumps. No. I guess we gotta press that. That's the only thing I remember. You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you? Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it to John's guitar case the day before the award ceremony. You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct? Yes, John wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He's going to disclose Matt's big secret there. And what is the secret? That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave John's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume. I think we've heard enough. So after that, you went back to Mr. Engel's room and planted the button. You demolished the comma, yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. I stuck out of the hotel and got rid of it. But my lord, what does this all mean? Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt Engard. Yesterday, that one prosecutor sat me down for a talk. Francisca, huh? She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, the Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words. What is done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she's not the real killer. Well, wait, Your Honor. If I'm still... Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it's not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. Cross-examination of this witness over, and so is today's trial. Could establish a witness that was the culprit. Please let go, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Edgeworth, please place Mr. Andrews on arrest for further questioning. Understood, Your Honor? Prosecution will arrange for a detention immediately. That is all. Court is adjourned for today. Did I just fail? Today's trial is over, and I didn't win an acquittal. Witness, would you mind if I asked you something? Edgeworth? What is it? Before you in court today, I wonder if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It had my interests for quite some time now. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright, I remembered just now. I found this in the room on that day. The room? That day? Yes. I found this card when I discovered John's body. It was lying there right next to him. You found that card next to the victim's body? I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it's not as if this card is unrelated to John's murder, right? Yeah, I guess not, but still a strange card if you ask me. As far as clue to this case, I don't see why. Witness, that card! Give it to me! Hurry! Edgeworth? Do you have any idea what you have stupidly, inadvertently done? This, I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. I didn't mean to. But what is this all about? I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. That card. What in the world is it and what does it mean? Edgeworth? You have explaining to do? Yeah. But I guess, thinking that we would finish the this trial, but no, that's not the case. So, yeah, no, we're definitely going to be continuing. This looks, according to the walkthrough guide, I had to look up a few things. There's 4 parts. I think I already said this. So, we have investigation, and then we have trial. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'll be streaming next. I'll let you guys know. But I will see you next time. Bye. Well, I'll see if there's someone to raid, but she's the only person, so yeah. See you all next time. Bye.